You bought something today you didn't need. Maybe it was small, maybe you barely remember it. But for a few seconds before you paid, something in you felt almost electric. That feeling isn't weakness, it isn't poor discipline. It is your brain running a program so old, so deeply wired, that no amount of budgeting advice will ever fully override it. And once you understand what's actually happening inside your head when you spend money, you will never look at your own habits the same way again. Here is the truth nobody tells you. Your brain cannot tell the difference between buying a new pair of shoes and taking a hit of cocaine. Not metaphorically, literally. The same neural pathway, the same chemical, the same reward circuit lighting up in the same part of your brain. That chemical is dopamine, and dopamine is not, as most people believe, the pleasure chemical. Neuroscientist Kent Berridge spent decades at the University of Michigan separating what he called wanting from liking. What he found changed everything. Dopamine does not make you feel good. Dopamine makes you want. It is the anticipation chemical, the craving chemical, the go-get-that-thing chemical, which means your brain is not rewarding you for buying something. It is rewarding you for the moment right before you buy it. Think about the last time you added something to your cart and left it there, or walked through a store just browsing. That low hum of excitement you felt, that was dopamine, pure, uncut wanting. And the moment you actually purchased the item, the dopamine dropped. The wanting was satisfied. The high was already fading before the receipt printed. This is why retail therapy never actually works. You are chasing a feeling that disappears the instant you catch it. Behavioral economist Dan Ariely has shown in repeated experiments that people consistently overestimate how much pleasure a purchase will bring them, and consistently underestimate how quickly that pleasure will fade. He calls it the impact bias. Your brain is not just bad at managing money. It is specifically, systematically wrong about what money will make you feel. And it gets worse. Because dopamine is not just reactive, it is adaptive. The more you spend, the more your brain recalibrates what counts as exciting. What thrilled you last year barely registers now. So you spend more, buy bigger, upgrade faster. Not because you are greedy, but because your reward system has quietly raised the floor. This is the same mechanism that drives addiction. Tolerance. The thing that used to be enough no longer is. Neuroscientist Wolfram Schultz, who won the Nobel Prize in part for his dopamine research, mapped exactly how this works. When a reward is new and unexpected, dopamine spikes hard. When the reward becomes predictable, the spike moves earlier, to the cue, not the reward. And when the expected reward doesn't arrive, dopamine crashes below baseline. That crash is what you feel when the package arrives, and you feel nothing. Or when the new thing already feels old after 2 days. Your brain predicted the reward, got it, filed it, moved on. So what do you do with this? You cannot turn off dopamine. You cannot rewire a system that took 200,000 years to build. But you can learn to recognize the spike for what it is. Anticipation, not truth. A signal that your brain wants something, not evidence that you need it. The pause is everything. Researchers at the University of Chicago found that simply inserting a waiting period between wanting and buying, even just 24 hours, dramatically reduces the likelihood of the purchase happening at all. Because the dopamine spike fades, and without the spike, the logic of the purchase collapses. You were never really buying the thing, you were buying the feeling of wanting it. And that feeling, it turns out, was always free. The next time you feel that electric pull toward a purchase, remember, that is not desire. That is your brain running a program designed for a world where resources were scarce and survival depended on grabbing what you could when you could. You are not broken. You are just running ancient software in a world full of things designed specifically to trigger it. The stores knew before you did, now you do too.